So a bombshell report on Liam Payne has been released. Maya Henry has come to speak. So much is happening. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Daily and consistent content. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And let's get into this madness from what Maya Henry is saying. This was someone I loved very much, she states. This was an interview she gave to Rolling Stone that they published in this article. And whilst reflecting on the up and downs, she is expressing that it was his indeed depth addictions that tore them apart. Messy. Anyone who has been with an addict understands how difficult this is. Whilst I loved him deeply, he did things that hurt me in ways I'll never fully understand, and he continued to hurt me years after we broke up. Henry noted that Payne's issues with substance played a role in their relationship coming to an end. On drugs, he became somebody completely unrecognizable, so different from his sober self. I kept hoping each incident would be a wake-up call for him to get help, but it never was. I tried to be there for him. I loved him so much that I convinced myself I could fix things. I put myself in situations that were unsafe and harmful. I knew there were parts of himself he was struggling with, parts of his identity he wasn't ready to fully face, even with our relationship. In the end, it wasn't just the betrayal or the addictions that broke us. It was a realization that I had spent years in something that was never what I thought it was. I don't even fault him for his struggles, because I stood by him by his chaos and darkest moments. The love I gave, the sacrifices I made, they weren't enough because they never could be. I wasn't just heartbroken, I was completely defrauded by this man, is basically what she's coming to state. She, continues and states that basically Liam Payne wanted her and basically forced her to get rid of her baby. And that is wild. Liam sent Maya a long message saying it's either get an abortion and stay with him or raise the kid alone, and he will not even acknowledge either of them. This was a surprise to Maya because Liam wanted to have a family and they were trying for a kid. Henry, who reportedly agreed to terminate, first hinted in her May 2024 novel Looking Forward, which she said she was inspired by her and Payne's romance. What I went through in real life is very similar to what Mallory went through in the book, she told People at the time, referencing her character and discussing how this person had to go and terminate and go to the hospital alone. Wow. Not only that, guys, but it's been revealed that Liam Payne was also struggling with his sexuality, and that there were text messages of him sexting multiple men, and of course he was interested with men as well. So that is the part that I think is messy, because Liam Payne is diseased, he's no longer here, and I don't think that anybody should be discussing his sexuality, to be honest with you, because the man is gone, and I feel like it's disrespectful when it comes to that level. But everything that Maya is saying, I don't think is disrespectful at all. Considering the fact that he's dead and for the fact that it was an overdose, why can't she speak on the pain with conviction, the pain that she went through with somebody who was on an addiction? It's very difficult to be with a partner who's on addiction. You see them in different behaviors, you see them acting erratic, chaos, and most of the times abusive. That pain and trauma is still with you even after that person passes away. Why can't you speak up about it? Why is your story limited or restricted because somebody else has passed away? It doesn't mean you're being disrespectful to them, because it's your story in your life that you've been impacted by that person. Just because he's gone doesn't mean that pain or trauma doesn't linger. Just because that person is gone doesn't mean that you now need to be shut up and just move on. Her speaking about the fact that she was forced to terminate, and for the fact that he was texting other men or whatever, the men part messy, but at the same time termination and wanting to, she's saying that she was forced by him. That in itself is a crazy allegation to make, and if that's her story, who is anyone else to say that she can't speak about that with conviction? There are so many Liam Payne One Direction fans, and none of them, whilst they've been, in my opinion, of course, shaken by his passing, but from what I know of, a lot of them have not been upset by the fact that multiple people are going down for his passing when it was him and only himself that took those substances that basically ended his life. Not the people who worked in the hotel, let alone those who were delivering XYZ. It's really sad to me how there are 5 to 6 people who are facing negligence, significant charges on their life, because Liam was the one who wanted to mess things up for himself. Everybody else around him now is suddenly affected. Imagine you're somebody who is in charge of a hotel, somebody's done mad stuff, but now you're to blame and you're going down for somebody's death when you've got nothing to do with it. Like, I haven't seen enough outrage and anger for that. I really haven't. Liam was clearly going through a lot, and he clearly spiraled and it inflicted on other people. My thing is this: I'm not mad at anybody having condolences for him, but the same people are very silent for the other people that Liam Payne affected, and I don't understand why. It really doesn't make any sense. Portraying him as like an angel and saying that we must be respectful because somebody's passed away, I'm not buying that. I'm so sorry. That's just not how life works. It's not the reality. Yes, we can pay our respects for somebody who's passed away, but if he has inflicted pain on other people, why should anybody be quiet? Who are you to tell someone to be quiet from the pain that they've gone through because you like someone's music? Are you okay? I really don't understand, or I dislike the fact that people are trying to, quiet Maya Henry on her story. She can speak as much as she wants, irrespective of him passing away, because it's her story. To go through something with somebody so famous who's got significant addiction issues and sending you manipulative text messages, forcing you to terminate as well, not really being there with you, it's a lot for somebody to deal with. Do you understand? It's a lot. So she's come out in this statement, bombshell reports. Absolute bombshell report in what she's saying, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at what she's saying. The sexuality stuff is crazy. I didn't even know that Liam Payne swung basically both ways and that there were multiple men that he was reaching out to and texting and etc. And perhaps as well, with the life of addiction and stuff, everything else basically is going 100 miles an hour. So it really is a crazy story in regards to what is going on here. Now, some bad news for Kanye West. He basically has been terminated from his agency. She's come out basically from whatever agency that represents him, basically come to say, I do not stand with these comments, way too inflammatory. Kanye has been dropped from the agency. Not only that, but Kanye basically is being critiqued because he did have a Super Bowl ad. He has the money to pay. Roughly 8 to 10 million is what you need per ad. And in the ad, it was basically to the Shopify website where he was selling these, very offensive t-shirts. That website has also now closed down as well. And so Kanye is his own biggest enemy. Do you understand? If you just close that big mouth of yours, you'll be very far in your career. And as much as I love Kendrick, it was Kanye who was number one for a very long time. That album, Beautiful Talk, Twisted Fantasy, is absolutely insane. It's so talented. But this man and his big mouth has ruined half of his career. Nobody's asking you to be running your mouth and tweeting stuff, defending Diddy, dragging Cassie, retweeting so much corn on the internet for everybody to see, and now you've ended up getting dropped by your agency. Your website's also closed down as well. You don't even need to do this for your pre-album rollout, but you've limited services for where your album can be on, because best believe Apple and Spotify ain't gonna run like that. And it's just like, for what? I don't understand. My thing is this: you can relay your messages about what you're passionate about without being extremely offensive and rude and gross. And he can do that. He's intellectual enough to do that. Yes, he may have manic episodes and be bipolar, but if you're going to run like that and have those mental illnesses, you obviously can't sit here and be offensive to people whenever you think you can or want. Your account's been deactivated, whether you did it yourself or you've been taken off is another question. But basically, whenever this man runs his mouth, he thinks that just because he's got his net worth back, everything is okay. What goes up can also come down, and what you can gain and then lose and then gain again, you can also lose. And so I feel like people just forget about it. Subscribe or comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. Kanye is also facing active, lawsuits himself of SA, which I think that we should also remember. Just saying. Let me know your thoughts are. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let's get to 400,000 subscribers. I would appreciate it if you guys do. And follow me on my Instagram at Murad_Murali. Shout out to everybody in New York, because the New York subscribers are coming in full force. I love the energy when you guys stop me on the streets. I really, really appreciate it. I love this city. Subscribe and I'll catch you guys soon.